Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I'm Heartless, and I will be playing the infamous Trebble. I am joined by...
Hi, it's me, Magic, playing, Marina Lotus Catus, again today. So, yeah, this is gonna be something.
As a sort of preface to this, this FPS takes place after Crescendo. So there's a lot of spoilers for that, and there's probably going to be a lot of, angsty kind of talk.
Crescendo was something, looks at end bit.
Yeah. So, Marina, you've asked for a day off.
For once in her life, she has willingly used one of her, days off. Because, you get, a certain amount of days off per year. Or, per month or something. And she never takes them to the point where she has to be like, alright, government says you can't go to work anymore. She has finally used one of them. Yeah, she was just chilling at home, probably either trying to take naps or drinking coffee, or trying to do both, which is a terrible combination.
Terrible combination. Lays it down to take a nap, just vibrates in bed because too much caffeine.
Yeah.
Well, as you're getting up to get more coffee because you can't sleep, you notice a very suspicious-looking note card in front of your door.
Of course, it's suspicious. Her apartment's basically a minimalist. Yeah. All right. Walk over to the door, pick up the note.
In flowery writing, on it is written, "Hello, Marina. Could you join me for some drinks at, the Midnight All-Night Tavern? It's not very far from here. Signed, Guilty."
Looks at the note. Looks back over towards where her coffee machine is. Looks back at the note. What the hell? Yep. Just gonna grab her jacket and walk out the door. Oh, getting drinks.
So, I'm gonna really quick roll survival to see how far ahead of time Gil's gotten there. I'm gonna roll with advantage because we're in Toontown and he's lived there for a while. Hey, 9.
9?
He rolled a 9. I rolled a... No, he rolled a... Actually, he rolled a 5 because I forgot it's -2. Not +2. I rolled a 7. And a 6.
Do you want me to roll to see if Marina somehow gets there first?
Yes!
Alright, what's my survival? The whole flat +0, so, Wow, I get it. I rolled 10 nat 20s last night, and then I rolled just not great today. This is fine.
It's my curse. So, with that 8, you get lost trying to find the Midnight All-Night Tavern. Admittedly, it's probably not the one you go to, because you've heard some very seedy and shady things about it.
Yeah.
Which means it's
probably
probably where all the villains hang out.
Oh, how lovely! Noting Marina's reputation! Okay.
But you eventually manage to, go there, and the sign outside flickers a bit with its magical neon like like it's about to go out at any moment.
Okay.
It's got a
this
nice
fun.
half moon in the sign.
She pulls a hat out of her hammer space and just kind of tucks it over her head. It does nothing to disguise her like hair or her tail or her like paws or anything. But you'd be surprised how well just a hat can work in tricking people. And she just walks in the bar.
Mm-hmm. It's a well, it is a 2-level bar, but the entrance is on the first level, which is where the bar is. Although there does seem to be seating upstairs as well. And sitting at the bar is none other than Gil Trebble, who just barely ordered a drink because he just got here. He's specifically he is sitting there in a detective's hat. And the dark orange trench coat.
Oh boy. Oh. Okay, yeah. Marina's just gonna kind of not look at any of the other like people in this establishment because eye contact makes people notice you if you're noticing them.
Yes.
So, and just kind of walk up to the seat next to Gil and just slip in.
So he's gonna glance over and I'm gonna roll perception to see if he can tell.
God damn it! It's just a hat!
Oh,
I need to roll for this!
Yeah, 8 plus 1. Yep, he notices.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is the guy who originally thought the studio was haunted because he never ever noticed the tinies, okay? Even
no one does!
Even with the amount of time he spent in the vents at Dodo Studios. Which was actually a long time, considering he was in there while Bob was staying at the studio.
Yeah. Yeah. This is fun. Hello, Internet. I see you flickering to red in the corner. Please don't do that.
Oh, no.
But, yeah. So, does he notice Marina? It's Marina.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just raises his mug and takes a sip before putting it down and going, you want to order something?
Turns to bartender. Red wine.
The gruff black dog tune just slowly nods and starts pouring you your drink.
Yep. So, she takes the drink when it's done and just takes a large swig that downs half the cup in one go.
Roll a con save with that +4.
With a +4.
Yeah.
15.
So you're definitely not tipsy yet. And neither is Gil. Because that's a 17.
It would be remarkable if you got tipsy on the first drink. Okay. Yep. So, you wanted to invite me here for what reason?
Well, family business is always kind of tricky. I wanted to thank you for what you did.
Roll an insight.
Yep, with my -2. Let's go. That's a 10 -2. That's an 8.
Oh god, that's an 8.
Yep. So you can just describe the look Marina has on her face.
It's kind of that like blank stare of that sort of what face.
Earth to Marina. Einquell to Marina. Hello.
Yes, I am here. Why?
Well, I wouldn't have known where we needed to go afterwards, after we got to the hospital, if you weren't there. You kept anyone from bothering us while we were there. You didn't turn me in.
No, I didn't.
You could have, at any point.
I could have. I could have. Taking another swig of wine.
Gil's going to as well, and he's gonna drain his cup and just offer it towards the dog, Toon.
Same. That's another 15 on con.
So 10 plus 4 is 14. So, at that, Gil starts to look a little tipsy.
Oh, God. Do you know why I didn't turn you in?
No. Honestly, I don't.
Well, at first because I was focused on your sister. She didn't exactly do good things, and I suppose, I took it a bit too personally. Another, like, small sip of wine, just being in between those words. And honestly, did not really care for you at the moment.
You
were not a priority, and then everything else that came after was an absolute wreck.
You're telling me.
What? Why did Sylpha go through so much trouble just for this?
Well, that's what I was hoping on asking her. I don't know why she was bothering with me. I don't know why. It's not like anything I ever ordered under her name was even that expensive. Pennies compared to what she was getting while she was touring Einquell.
I tend Rita's kind of like staring and thinking because that's definitely identity theft. Add that to the characters.
Gil just takes a big sip.
Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna take that as a sign to take a big sippy too. Big sippy.
I rolled a 9.
I got an 18. Marina is holding her alcohol fairly better than Gil.
Yeah, Gil was holding his alcohol better when he was talking to his old nemesis.
Marina doesn't really know how to continue the conversation. She's just kind of like swirling the remaining parts of her wine in her glass, just in a circle.
Gil puts his mug down and just kind of circles his hands around it. It's just kind of complicated.
So, how complicated?
Well, you see, when she replaced me as the heir to the family, I wasn't very happy about that, especially when they started to say I was nothing. Started to pretend I didn't exist.
Oh. So, I'm gonna roll an insight. Just, Gil, how you feeling? You're laughing a whole lot, but that's an 8. Gil, what are your vibes?
So his jacket is still a dark orange color, like it was when Marina walked in. Like it was at the beginning of Crescendo.
Mm-hmm.
And comparing that to the color it was in the hospital, which was slate gray. Maybe that means he's normal. You're pretty sure that he is like edging on drunk right now.
Oh.
That's all you get from an 8. I mean, being drunk lowers it a little bit. It's not going to lower it that much. I'm sorry.
Marina is not the family sort of tune. Lives alone in an apartment. So, did you turn to villainy for attention?
Gil's expression seems to scrunch up a little bit. If I'm gonna be honest here, yes and no. It was better than just wasting away inside of the manor with nothing to do and no one to pay attention to me. It's a lot more fun to go out and let's see what was one of the things I started doing. Oh yeah, I filled one of the neighbors' closets with spiders because she had admitted to the lady Cleft that she really was absolutely terrified of them.
It's a miracle you didn't get bitten by spiders.
Oh, they were plastic.
Oh.
I carry a bag of plastic spiders, by the way. Poor Marcel.
You think Marcel is plastic spiders?
No, I have plastic spiders somewhere in my hammer space, and Marcel is afraid of them, and I've pulled them out a couple of times by accident. And each time he's just kind of jumped.
Should close my window. So, she's gonna take a sip because family is not a talk she usually has with people. It's quite literally not. She's fine. God damn, that's a 22. Slaps top of con score. God. So.
Just so you don't misunderstand, because I know it seems it's very complicated, and I present very complicated things. I was not pushed into being a villain. I became a villain myself. Okay.
Yes. I don't see the appeal, but I suppose it makes sense.
It's fun to kidnap the police chief and dangle him over a vat of soda and make him think that it's dip up until the point where he's dropped into it and he finds out that all he is sticky.
Marina was taking a small sip of wine through the story, and she kind of she chokes on it a little and starts laughing. Has a hand over her mouth, she doesn't spit it out. Drinks the rest of that small mouthful of wine and just you did what?
So you see, it was my birthday, and I wanted to do something very extravagant, explosive. So, I decided that the best thing to do would be to kidnap the police chief, tie him up, bring him to this old abandoned warehouse that keeps popping up in town, which is really weird because Ilfracombe is really rich blue bloods, you know. And I bought a vat of soda, this huge vat. He holds his hands out really far and almost wax you know when he does. And I tied him up and I waited for him to wake up before I went through my whole villain speech because Jay had just shown up through the door, and I told them all it was dip. It was just green soda. And the look on the police chief's face was just
does the 13 make me recognize the name Jay?
So, have you read through any of Gil's case files?
Probably a few, yes.
Then, yes, I would say that you would recognize Jay as being, Gil's, nemesis before Sammy, one known as Jay Inkheart.
Alright. Marina is however laughing at your story. She's She's genuinely finding it amusing. Like she's not even tipsy. She just finds it funny. How did you manage to buy a vat of soda?
Well, when you're living at the manor, it's very, very easy to use your parents' money to do things like that.
I suppose that's fair enough. Another sip, babe. That's a 10! That's a
Yes! That one! Finally, Marina getting on the edge of drunk. I'm gonna roll for guilt.
Oh god.
16 plus 4. It's dirty 20!
I think you, Gil, like focus back into reality as Marina just kind of like zones out. Her glass is it was full a moment ago. She just got a refill. It is now completely empty. She's just kind of looking at it. That's a very blank stare.
Marina! Hey!
Yes?
Did that hit you hard, huh?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. She is not fine.
But, yeah, enough about all the things I have to pass. I could go on and on and on about all of them.
Sure.
I have a long list of criminal exploits.
I have seen it. They are kept in this filing cabinet. Yes. Do you know you have 3 separate drawers just dedicated to you?
3 separate drawers?
Oh, there's so many.
His eyes just kind of light up.
There's probably not even half of them. You don't know how much paperwork there is in an office building.
I mean, I can imagine, although my only experience is, No Man's. It had a whole building dedicated to it.
There was once a fight at the station when I was just starting out. Some person broke open one of the walls, and there was papers all over the place. It took a week to clean up one hallway. And then you have, not only do you have to pick all of it up, you have to organize it into files and make sure all of the papers are stapled together, because sometimes people just walk through the hallways covered in paper and then the packets get torn from the staples and...
I should have done that the last time I was in Ilfracom. Would have been a nice way to send off the poor police department.
It must have been hell for the people working there. That sounds like a funny prank.
I don't like doing uh, anything other than stuff of that level, or scaring people, or stealing a large diamond the size of my good brother Bob, who's about, and he kind of gestures like lower than the seat, about that height.
It's only that tall?
Yeah, I could carry him. I could and have carried him under my armpit here, like a suitcase. I ran with him through these streets.
How do you function when you're that small? Congratulations, Gil. Apparently, Marina is like a drunk crier. She has tears and she's like imagining a smaller person. How do you function when you're that small?
I don't know. I've met smaller tunes since then.
Fire tunes so small.
Gil holds up his palm and is like, "Yeah, I bet one that could just fit in my hand." Now,
kind of like Marina's looking at her own hands and just kind of like holding one hand out and just kind of like pressing her thumb into it with her other hand. Just, how do you function like that? I don't understand.
I don't know. It was a fun time, though. Although, yeah, Marcel made me go get a new cookie jar because we broke it.
Why would you break the cookie jar?
Because, we were, let's see, I was about 4.6 inches tall, and the cookie jar was all the way up on the
4.6 inches?
Yeah! There's these really cool things at Glorps, and if you eat them, you become really small. It's hilarious!
Yeah. Marina is just like imagining something that's small now, and yeah, she's taking like the occasional to like pat her eyes because she is definitely crying.
Gil's gonna reach over and gently pat her shoulder, and lesser restoration, so you're not as drunk now.
What? Fireman's what?
Sorry, you seemed like you were getting really out of it. There's the distinct smell of pumpkin spice for a moment.
Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Probably not the course of action Gil would have wanted her to take, but take another swig.
I mean, the point of that was to help her not be as drunk so she could be more coherent. But Gil's also going to take another swig. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. He's at the comfortable, just barely drunk. He's just gonna stick there, apparently.
Cool. So I don't suppose you brought me here so you could talk fun stories.
I mean, no, the point was to thank you for what you did. Like I
Sure.
said when you walked in, I I don't know. I didn't really have much of a plan after that, and you kind of just spaced after I said that, so I didn't really know what was going on there.
I suppose I don't understand why. I you I know you saw her. Did you see what happened when I shot her? She melted. She was melting, and I didn't. I was just take another sip because heavy emotions. I was just so angry in that moment. I saw that she was falling apart at the seams, and I took another shot. Just I didn't stop. I The reason why she was so hurt in the first place is just because I was there.
Marina.
She could have died, Gil.
Marina.
What?
If she had fallen unconscious, would you have kept shooting?
No.
There you go then. I could be right at her side in an instant. And I could have brought her back with. He kind of just gestures with his hands, and there's a. as black and orange sparkles appear between his hands. I could have brought her back from unconsciousness if it not were for the situation she had put herself in.
It's
Besides, it's not like you don't don't feel anything about possibly having killed if that would have happened. You know?
I'd I'd rather I'd rather see people go to justice than lie dead on the floor.
There's there's only a certain kind of well, monsters don't deserve to live. But it's just really complicated. I went in there angry, and honestly, if Marcel hadn't thrown up his, well, the same magic he used against that upstart goddess.
It's upset what?
Goddess. Gil takes a drink.
Marina stares for a moment before following suit because what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Yeah, he's fine.
Marina slowly winding back down to that tipsy level, but it's going slow.
Yeah. But if Marcel hadn't thrown up that beam of magic, you no, she there were a number of factors. That beam fucking hurts, by the way.
It's, cause imagine Marcel is good at magic.
Oh, his his patron's really nice. At least seems really nice.
Hmm. So, and, who's that?
The wishing star.
I don't know. Roll religion. See if Marina knows. Because there's a reason that Marina may not actually know who Wishing Star is. Um,
Oh.
unnatural 20. She kind of sits there for a moment and just kind of gives a nod. Like, okay, yeah, Wishing Star.
It's probably why we got to the hospital so fast.
It was rather fast. Usually when I go driving, I hit all red lights.
Honestly, part of the reason why I probably have an outstanding ticket list is because I don't feel like stopping.
So if I get a call, then I can just ignore lights. It's just you flip a switch and your lights go on, and suddenly the streets are clear for you.
Mm.
I'm just gonna roll just a flat d20 real fast. That's a 9. Okay. Offhand remark. You know they have those for horses too.
What? They have those for horses.
Yeah. It's I don't see them often, so I don't remember exactly what they look like, but yeah, they have the sirens for horses as well. Marina doesn't even like process that maybe telling Gil this would be a bad idea. Because that could like clear up the roads very fast. And I don't think let's take another sip. This is 17. She's doing fine.
Gil's also gonna take another sip. Six. Plus 4. He's drunk now.
Oh, joys. Oh, joys.
Oh, if Mercy hadn't thrown up that thing of light, I might have rushed forward anyways and hit her a couple times myself.
It's a little unnerving how much damage she took. She's being both the damage she has already taken probably would have been enough to put either you or Sammy out of commission.
I've got, well, I've heard from, and Gil kind of just looks over to the fourth wall. I've heard that I've got, at least 44 hit points. I don't know what that means exactly, but it seems like not that bad considering other, I don't know, I think someone said something about Tobias and being flimsy like paper, which kind of makes sense.
Me, Magic, also looking at the fourth wall. I did like 45 damage. I did like somewhere in the 40s of damage on one turn.
Yeah,
for a single target.
That wouldn't like. That wouldn't 100% kill me. I'd go down, but then like there's these. You've got at least, let's see, 6 times 3 is I'm gonna roll an intelligence check at disadvantage to see if he can do math.
By the way, Marina's looking at this with confusion because she is not a fourth wall breaking tune. Like, Gil was a lot more drunk than I thought he was. Let me just check to see if I have Lesser Restoration as like a spell that I can use.
This is the funny part, is at disadvantage. I rolled a nat 20 and a 16, so yes, he can definitely do math right now.
Oh, joys.
6 times 3 is, actually... Oh yeah, that's, like... So you have, like, 18 seconds, maybe even more before the person's, like, gone. You know?
18 seconds is not a lot.
But a lot can happen in 18 seconds. I've gotten halfway across town in 18 seconds.
You know what? Fair enough.
Admittedly, I was lost, so...
Rena is considering casting Lesser Restoration. The thing is, you'd have to pull out her gun for that.
You can make a perception to try to tell if there's anyone watching.
To be on the safe side, she's probably not going to, but she kind of wants to. That's a 15.
So, as you look around the bar, it's actually the time of day where not very many patrons are in the bar. You do see one guy in a dark cloak sitting in the corner, and he seems to be counting cards with his hood up. And the only other tune in the bar is the bartender, who's looking the other way. You think probably on purpose.
On purpose?
He's on purpose looking the other way. He's minding his own business. You get the feeling that that's just something the bartender does here at the Midnight All Night Tavern.
Oh, joy! Oh, jeez. Is Gil looking, like, that drunk, or just, is he being, like, I don't know.
Gil, roll insight.
Alright. Insight on Gil. 19.
So, he doesn't really look like. So, you know how some people get, like, blackout drunk where they're completely not in control of themselves? Gil's definitely drunk, but he's definitely also in control. Sort of deal.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Just the lack of care is gone. Got it.
Just the lack of care and the lack of deception that you've now figured out that he's probably always holding himself to have is completely gone.
So, wow, this feels like a lot of misplaced trust ? In Marina. She downs her glass. She feels fine.
Gil's just gonna sip right now, so I'm not gonna make him make a con save.
Marina doesn't know how to...
Right. What were we talking about again? I forgot.
Me too! Oh, right, we're doing fourth wall stuff.
Yeah, fourth wall breaking, because Gil does that regularly, and hello, Marina, welcome to fourth wall breaking time.
Does Gil say that, or?
Okay, so Gil says, he just kind of looks at Marina. So, you also can't hear the break. You also can't hear the fourth wall, huh?
The what?
The fourth wall. It's always there. There are people behind it, kind of watching.
Is it? Is it? Huh? What? Gil, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I might be a little drunk. Maybe just a little.
Do you need a lesser restoration or something?
No, I'm fine. His expression sours for a moment, and he just kind of clamps his mouth, and he shakes his head, and he smiles again, and he goes, "I'm fine."
You not look fine.
See. Have you ever met someone who can hear the background music?
No.
Alright, so there's these things that sometimes people can't hear. And sometimes it's just because of, there's these things that people from the score or from Knick-Knack Town can hear this music that, accompanies everyone everywhere, and, every place has its own, music compositional score, too. And that's called the background music. It's because of one of the deities, the soundtrack. The fourth wall is like that, I think.
A vague idea who the soundtrack is. Sure, Hitch. I guess that's a thing. I guess. This is fine.
I mean, it probably doesn't help that I started to hear the fourth wall back when I was just a little tyke when I was being left alone, but eh.
That sounds like a trauma response. Are you sure? Are you sure you're okay?
Yes and no. And he takes a larger swig this time, so I'm gonna have to punish that with a con save.
Alright. Take a sip. That hits hard, because that's a 2. It's an 11 total, but...
It's 15.
Oh, joy.
Nah. It's fine. Come on. I'm sure there's, like, at least a town of people who can hear the fourth wall. Just like there's 2 towns of people who can hear the background music. It's not that big a deal.
You know what? I'll take your word for it. It's very strange. The Gil, she's fading and back into that state she was earlier.
Mm-hmm. You know, well, you probably don't know this. I don't have a lot of friends. I have family.
Same on the friends part, not same on the family.
Oh, they kind of became my family. Marcel and Bob and Sandy Sweet and Ross and Rad and Little Tally.
Yeah. Do you want to roll an insight?
Sure. It's gonna be at disadvantage.
I mean,
it shouldn't be.
It can be neutral because Marina is not hiding her feelings at all. At all.
That's a 1. Unnatural. We can say heck the dice.
You know what? Screw your dice rolls. Yeet! Out the window. She looks sad again, thinking about family, swirling her glass around in a circle. It's a melancholy look. I think that's the right word.
You know, I left Ilfrey home, and I was under the impression that nobody in the world cared about me because the only one who did told me to hit the road because I had done something that he couldn't stand. And I got on a boat to Ghibli to go to the Ghibli the Great Ghibli the Great Chihiro Festival.
No?
And I met these 3. And for some harebrained reason, when the police came to collect us because we were being framed, I jumped out the window because I didn't feel like going back to jail that day. And they all followed me out the window for some strange reason. And we ended up clearing our names, and going to that festival, and, well, somewhere later down the line when I was in No Man's trying to rescue Bob, I found out that I figured somewhere along the way I'd started to care. It's funny. It just kind of happened like that.
That's a good thing.
To find out they cared about me when they, Gil reaches up and presses against his chest when they held me together and kept the universe from forgetting.
Ugh. Rhiannon's spacing out. I'm spacing out. How lovely. Marina just kind of gives a little solemn nod. Just make sure you keep them close. Don't push them away. It's a lonely existence.
Yeah, it was. But, what I'm saying is, if even a villain like me can have people, start to care about them, then, well, he leans over and slightly nudges at Marina with his elbow.
I should go visit Fox and Ducky.
Phlox and Ducky?
Yeah. Should do that. I don't know where they are, though.
Gil just kind of gives a little shrug. Oh. I think it's getting easier than ever to travel around Ironquill. I don't know how much a train ticket is, but I know there are train tracks from Toontown to at least UPA.
But I have a job to do. It's not like I can just take every day off and just go somewhere else.
Why not?
Contract.
Jeez. Fucking legalized idiocy. Gil just kind of grumbles in Grolix.
Oh, tell me about it. There's so much paperwork. So much. Why do you need 10 pages of babble that just says you will not lie on the job?
Because they want to dance you into a corner that you can't get out of. That's why.
Want to roll another insight?
Yup. Let's try a different dice this time.
Oh, joy.
4. Let me roll at advantage and try not
Yeah.
to die.
Yes. Please,
Hey. 11 is not bad.
Marina is still in a state right now, and she kind of laughs in a sad way. You might have hit a mark. She's gonna take another swig.
Gil's gonna follow her in that swag.
I'm gonna roll a disadvantage, not that it matters. Fuck, my... She looks
14.
slightly better than she was before. But, yeah. You might have hit something there.
Yeah.
We don't have time to unpack all that.
Maybe we do have time to unpack all that, but also it has been
It has been an hour.
Gil thinking in the back of his mind, wondering if he should try to unpack all that.
It doesn't matter anyway. What's done is done.
If I took anything lying down, I wouldn't be here. I'd still be in Ilfrey home. Wasting away in a manor house. Nobody would know who Gille Trebble or who Trill Trebble Cleft was.
Well, you didn't hear it from me, but I'm glad you're here.
Gil grins sharply.
You've grown on me like a fungus. Congratulations.
I wouldn't mind coming out to drink with you another time.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Gil raises his half-empty beer stein, goes, a drink to that. Holds it out towards Marina.
A drink to that, and Clink does a toast.
Downs it.
Back. Yeah. Oh god. All right. Rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gil puts the drink down. In a couple days here, I'm gonna track that guy down. And if you're still in town and you don't mind, I don't know, shirking your job a little bit.
I have so many days off. They have to force me to take breaks. I have time.
Oh, Marina. Working too hard's going to kill you.
Stayed alive this long. You know what my job used to be.
Oh well. Just like it's my... And he holds up his hands for this and makes quotations, job to be a nuisance.
But, yeah. I'd be willing to help you go... I don't know. Persuade? Taps like the side of her jacket that you've probably seen her like pull her weapons out of.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, even like tapping it now, like you can kind of see the outline of she's it's strapped. She's carrying heat.
Gil's wearing his plate armor right now. He never goes anywhere without wearing it.
Oh, same. Yeah. I think would that be a good place to end it?
Oh yeah, definitely. With Gil going, okay, so what's your number?
uh, jump cut to black.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
This was fun. I had no idea how this would go, but this was fun.
This was
This
fun.
This was fun.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Recording stopped.